भाइ तिमीले कतिको गेम इम्प्रुभ गर्दैछौ त हैटु मेरो भाइ
अब खेल्दैछु त अब कसरी त नखेल थाहा नै हुन्न
हो आउन त एकचोटि 1v1 ट्राई गरौँ न त दाजु भाइ कतिको गेम रहेसम्म हेर्छु तिम्रो ल
ल दाइ ल
हो यार अब गाडमारा हेर अब म हैटेला कस्तो सेक्छु
The champion's keyframe is locked into the totem, a stone marker of legacy. Etched with every EWC champion. The losing keys are crushed. The champion claims 3, a personal reminder of who they defeated. The rest are preserved beneath the totem, in resin. Every fallen contender, captured forever. Will you be remembered or forgotten beneath the totem? At EWC, nothing is granted. Everything is earned.
Thinks he can come in here and play my game. He knows nothing. Let's go!
Tyler, why? You're done.
This is my ladder. You can't climb it.
It's better than being hard-sucking masters.
You're going too far now.
Your eyes buggy. Your elbows ashy.
Is that airline? That's an L airline.
Somebody better hold me.
Okay, yeah. Do something then.
Raw energy. Blow the house down.
You look nervous.
You look short.
Everything's good?
Mm-hmm.
Fight.
Okay.
Do you really need the wraps?
Yeah, that feels like overkill to me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to EWC Hardcore Trivia. Today, we have the gentlemen from Core joining us, Stable Ronaldo, Jason the Ween, Adapt, and Marlon. And today, we're going to figure out which one of them is the smartest. Just by looking at you guys, I don't know.
I had a 2.1 GPA. It's not bad.
I got an associate's degree of arts.
4.0.
You graduated?
Oh,
high school.
My God.
Graduated high school with a dual credit degree.
I didn't even think that was possible. Either way, this is how it works. You guys have already figured out the buzzers. We have a couple trivia questions here for you. Now, for round number 1, each one of you is going to be able to answer one question, and you can pick your category by ringing your buzzer, which you can begin now. Stable, well, no, honey, that was just a skill diff. Stable Ronaldo, go ahead and choose your category first. And I
Food, I want food.
Food? All right, food. Name the bitter compound in oversteeped Darjeeling tea.
What? What the Easy, yeast.
Oh, okay. Maybe the answer was yeasty, but not really. Answer is polyphenol derived tannins.
That was my next guess. That was my next guess. That was actually my next guess.
Minus 30 points for Ronaldo there.
Oh my God.
Oh, it says minus 30. Right?
And feel free to buzz in to choose your next category.
Guys,
Marlon, for you.
I'm gonna go geography. You're
Geography. All right, we like geography. What is Gland Switzerland's official 2025 population within 100? We'll give you 100.
Gilles. You don't know this? Population
We were just
by
talking about this.
100.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, so obviously that's a city. Obviously.
Facts.
Well, it is 168,000.
168,000.
It's close. It's close.
That is fairly close, but is it within 100?
Come on, 100.
The correct
We
answer
could say
is
100,000 maybe in between.
13,700 residents.
Oh, you're close. You're close. I mean, that's not bad. That's not a bad answer.
You were right there.
All right, now between Jason and Adapt.
Oh, bang.
All right, Adapt.
Movies.
Yeah, I'll do
There's no Oh, there is movies. I can't read for a second here. All right. In the movie The Lion King, what kind of animal was Simba?
What the?
No,
Gotta be
this is.
this is...
Okay, so everybody got like Einstein questions.
I got.
and
Yeah.
you got that 3rd grade question.
Damn. I I'm gonna go lion.
And the answer is actually a lion.
Yes.
That is correct. A point for Adapt on the
How do
board.
we get like the hardest question of mankind? Yeah, go ahead.
Jason, and your final question for history. This gives you the opportunity to tie up with Adapt. Name Henry VIII's third cousin executed in May 1541.
I think I know how this is gonna go.
Oh, no.
I think I know how this is gonna go.
Darren Watkins.
No, it's Samir Woods.
Ronnie Nets.
Was that just like a honorary degree that they gave you?
You don't know
Or-
Darren
God.
Darren Watkins Jr.?
You don't know Darren Watkins.
Clearly,
He's a key part
you
of
don't
history.
know Margaret Pole, the Countess of Salisbury.
Oh, Jason, dude, Mark, come on. Of the
guys.
Salisbury, yeah.
Disappointing, incredibly disappointing first
Incredibly
round
disappointing.
for everyone
hit.
besides Adapt. Now, Adapt, as the winner of this round, you get an incredible opportunity here. You may eliminate one player from entering round 2. You have 5 remaining seconds. 5, 4, 3,
Jason to win. Yeah, get it. Jason to win.
Jason, you're gonna have to stand there in sorrow,
your buddy don't even
sadness,
want-
and silence.
No.
For round number 2, you will be answering questions in the same category, so buzz in whenever you're ready. And Ronaldo is first.
Boss?
What is the escape velocity of Earth?
Oh my God, that's so easy. 32,000 meters per second.
Ooh, I'm sorry, but we are actually looking for 11.2 kilometers per second.
I mean, honestly, not bad.
Right there.
It was actually right there.
I was
You
right there.
were fairly close.
That was very close.
But that
was
is
very close.
incorrect, and
Thank
that's
you.
another minus
Okay,
300
yeah,
points
all
for
right.
you.
Oh, God.
You got him on, yeah. Go
Are
ahead.
you like delayed or something? Like, what's going on there?
No, you got it.
Okay.
Your question. What is the third closest galaxy to the Milky Way?
Oh, that's so easy.
Third
Bro, you know
closest,
this.
third closest galaxy. You got the Milky Way. You did got the Segway.
The Segway.
You got the- I'm gonna go that way.
Yeah,
That way?
I'm gonna go that way. Yeah.
And while you were close, the answer we were looking for was Tucana 3.
Oh my God,
Bro,
What
the
are we doing?
Tucana.
Now wait, Adapt. What are you
Bro, Dad, come on, bro. Lock in,
We
man.
also would have accepted Safeway.
Oh.
All right, and Adapt your question. What is the bright yellow object at the center of our solar system?
Oh, bro. What? Yeah.
Some may perceive it as orange.
I feel like it's the sun.
And the answer is the sun.
Wow.
Adapt, that's another 300 points
Oh, fire.
for you.
Gotta respect him, man.
Yeah, you two are kind of struggling. For the third and final round, Adapt, you get to select who your final opponent will be.
We'll give Marlon a break, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me stable.
So I'm
You were
step
wrong.
up.
this is-
All right, even though he's at like
It's not
negative
the lobbies.
300
Yeah.
points.
No. He plays the next round. Me and him one-on-one.
Marlon, I'm so sorry, but we're gonna have to take your buzzer and you must stand there in sorrow, silence,
Okay, Marlon.
shame,
Welcome to the team.
suffering. And for our third and final round of EWC Hardcore Trivia, we have 2 potential categories for you to choose your question from.
Oh, who gets to pick first?
Adapt does because he is currently in the lead.
And I see you go for the.
I'm gonna challenge myself. Let me get gaming.
Okay. Yeah.
Gaming? All right. We're going to go to you first, Ronaldo. What
just talked
landmark particle was discovered by the LHC in 2012, proving the existence of an invisible energy field?
I mean, bro, come on. We had a conversation about that on the bus.
I'm going I think this is like a trick question. I'm gonna go dark matter.
Dark matter.
Yeah.
And the answer is the Higgs boson.
Okay. I mean, not too far. Not too far.
Close.
You were right.
Minus 47,000 points
my God.
for
I don't
Ronaldo.
know if that matters.
And the final question for you for the win. What color is Mario's hat?
I'm gonna go red.
And the answer for the win. Red. Adapt has won EWC Hardcore Trivia. A round of applause from all of his competitors.
I'm actually not clapping.
Nothing but salt
Smartest.
from Ronaldo, unfortunately. Tell us how you really feel.
This is
So, what will you build?
you're sitting in economy, or rather, maybe in the cargo hold. Adapt, anything that you'd like to say to your losing
No, I
colleagues?
knew I was going to end up on top regardless.
Core, thank you all so much for joining me. And Adapt, when can I be expecting my check in the mail?
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm gonna connect you with Griff, and we'll sort it out after this.
Fantastic. All right. Make sure those 2 extra zeros that we discussed. Thank you all so much for watching the EWC
Guys,
Hardcore Trivia.
Come on.
Appreciate it, y'all.
Everyone is playing, you're not yet. EWC Play is your all-in-one platform to compete in fantasy, pick'em, and quests for a grand total of $300,000 in prize pool. Build your dream fantasy team in 5 different games and track your score with live results tables. Predict the winner of every game, every group stage, and every tournament. Complete daily and weekly challenges to earn boosters that help you climb the global leaderboard. Got what it takes? Join EWC Play now.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion.
Today, 2 more teams will enter the playoffs undefeated, but hopes of 4 will crumble as well as their shiny keys. The Mongols want to move 1 step closer to defending their throne, while Team Spirit are looking for redemption. Aurora's new roster is willing to prove themselves against GG How, a team that is on the verge of making history. The dice have been cast, the Rubicon is crossed, there's no turning back now. Welcome to Day 4.
Welcome to Day 4 here at the Esports World Cup, and welcome to the B-Stream, where there's keyboards flying across the screen. I'm Darth Mike, I got Dinko and Mr. Jason Moses O'Toole. How we doing?
The full title.
The PC got reset overnight, so I'm trying to get the observers to help me out and get it back in the server.
so I can see things when I'm casting.
Because you do have to be in the server.
That's why the keyboard's been flying.
Generally, that does help, getting to see things when you're casting. We've actually casted before without getting to see what's happening, Jason. It was a fun vibe.
It's a little bit more stressful.
Audio-only listeners. We got the full experience.
Audio-only listeners and casters. So
we got to think about that.
I've had those.
We have to think about the audio-only listeners.
You ever done just the HLTV's kill feed?
Oh, yeah.
And you had to cast?
Yeah, I've done that
Yeah,
before.
yeah. Those are the old times. I'm getting a little teary-eyed thinking about it. Reminiscing over here. But there's no time to think about the past because life is about the future. We live in the present, and that's all the potential stages of time that you could
Christmas
have.
Carol brought to you by Mike.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. I love it. Keep going.
So, it's all going to be about the future, eyes on the horizon, because Counter-Strike is just one piece of a larger puzzle here at the Esports World Cup. We're part of the Club Championship. The Club Championship is an overarching competition here where different organizations have players and teams in multiple games, and depending on the sum total of their experience, they win a huge amount of prestige and also money for their orgs. This is our prize pool. It's $2 million, but that's just one part of the whole because there's many, many, many millions on the line of the Club Championship. And the key detail here is that over in chess, all gamers have had a player make it to the final, which means that they are very well set to cement their spot atop the Club Championship and be the first non-Falcons team to actually take that title.
Okay, that's pretty nice. Dethroning the champs. You always love to do that, and it's chess, of course, to make the game changer.
It is indeed.
I like that.
I know that the Falcons org is going to be super dependent on their Counter-Strike team to get them points here. They frankly need them to lift the trophy.
Team is pretty good.
Yeah, they're all right.
So
They're not too shabby, are they?
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
And
What
I know
is it? It's
the
7
big
million?
competitors kind of suck right now. Like,
$7 million for Club Championship for the first place for
I
you?
believe so, yes.
5 for second, 4 for third.
And then it starts dropping off,
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty substantially, but that is a lot of
that's
millions.
good. You like it, the top heavy stuff.
I am
right?
a big fan of the top heavy.
That'll give you like 1, 2, maybe 3 months of Nico's contract.
Yeah, keep it on.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's a good investment, though. You know,
Yeah,
it's already bought you a major.
It is literally paying off.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they can keep that going. But we're going to be focusing our attention a little bit lower down here because we are focused on the elimination games today, right?
Oh, yes.
We are focused on teams doing or dying, winning or going home. That is our storyline of the day. That's where all of our action's coming in. But before we get into that, before we get into all of that, I'm wondering if we could take a look back at yesterday with our STC Rewind.
Oh, this is the past.
We're going to the past?
Oh, yes, we are.
Yes, we are indeed. We've got them coming through because we did have some dynamic games here. Tyloo in some trouble, man.
Oh, we have to watch this again.
We do.
This nuke, that was something. Inferno, though, that was beautiful. I really liked this from LibVision yesterday. You know, showing that extra practice, the boot camp has just taken them a couple of steps ahead of Tyloo in their region, which has got to feel good to see all your progress and hard work going that far.
Yeah, but you also had the opposite situation on the other end of the server, on the Tyloo side of things, where I feel like in that game, I really saw Tyloo just kind of like give up and accept the fact that they were just going to get blown out of the server. So that was kind of sad to see. Foot Mouse, we didn't cover this game. This was our game of the day. Foot making quick work here on Ancient, so very, very cool to see. And we've been wondering what this team was going to come out with after the roster change, after Laux, after some of the shakiness towards last year at the end of it, at the tail end, losing some of that momentum. Seemed like they might struggle a little bit, but good to see them being able to be competitive here against Mouse.
Yeah, I think that game in particular was the billing was that this was the best game of the day for me. You know, I think they're going to be closely contested teams, and yeah, got to see that. Absolutely. I'm happy to see Foot not falling off. I think there could have been a situation where it was lightning in a bottle at the start of the year, and you lose Mouse, you lose
easily.
that momentum, and you could just completely crumble. But they've retained their competitive level.
You get like a cool in-game leader that's come out of nowhere. You have a very aggressive style that teams are having a hard time handling. Individuals are kind of popping off and showing up out of nowhere at the perfect moment. But sometimes, you know, once teams get adjusted to that and kind of figure it out, they can bounce back. It's good to see Foot not fall prey to that issue.
I made my bold statement yesterday on the desk, which is I think Foot lifts another trophy this year.
Okay, well, I mean,
how spicy?
It's not, well, I mean, if you say Tier 1 trophy, that would be spicy, but I don't know what events they're going to be going to. This is a team that can drop down to some of the events where the top dogs aren't going to be at. So, yeah, it's not inconceivable this team lifts a trophy.
Looking at their calendar, I think they're sticking in the Tier 1. I think that there might be like one A tier thrown in there, but I think it's...
Then I do think that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty high tier.
They're not, I don't think they're going to win a Tier 1 event this year. I think, I don't know if I'd call that a spicy take. I just think it's a wrong take.
Delusional take. Well, we'll see who's laughing at the end.
But I could be wrong, too. You can come back at me later on the year.
We'll find out in the future.
in the future. We'll talk about this moment in the past. But now it's time for us to talk about our Crunchyroll story of the day. Because this is all about the future. This is about the moment we're in. Teams' backs are against the wall, and in particular, Aurora now find themselves in the lower bracket. And this Aurora team, with their back against the wall, huge expectations for this project, right? You took a team that did so very well in their Swan Song event at the Major, and you go international. You break up one of the last major national teams that we had. You take a huge risk thinking that it's going to raise your ceiling. Now you're at risk of going out of the Esports World Cup.
It's not time for panic just yet if you're Aurora, right? These things take time to kind of click in, especially when you bring in a new coach and a new IGL. But that's kind of the importance of this roster eventually finding some successes. You've kind of made the bet that this team that could stick around in the top 4, top 6 teams for a year, that the issue was tactics. You want to replace the IGL. You want to bring in a different coach. You want to get different brains within the operation to activate everyone else, and not panning out early, which is unfortunate. But I think the biggest thing is with Aurora, it doesn't matter how shaky you are at the start and you're going to develop. This is an event where the top 16 teams go to playoffs. And we sat with G2 on day 1 and we said, G2, if you don't make playoffs in a top 16 event, that's pretty embarrassing. I think it's the same for Aurora.
Especially with the team they have in front of them.
Even with the new additions and the changes, Jimmy coming in, Kixon coming in, Ash coming in as a coach, if you are not a top 16 team at this event, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know, like, where are you starting? What's happening?
Yeah.
Now, that to be said, they should be fine getting through this group in the lower bracket. They should have no issues. But the world of possibilities is there.
The world of possibilities is definitely there, and what a way it would be if they were eliminated, because it'd be one of our last chance qualifier teams. It'd be GG How taking them down.
And GG How already beat Spirit in this event. So they've shown they have the ability to punch above their weight and cause an upset.
It was interesting. I ran into Mithra and I was chatting him about that difference, right, between their first game and their second game, and he said that it was almost knowing that it was such an impossible opponent had his players super fired up. So you wonder if that same fire is going to be ignited for an Aurora game.
I think that's what I was saying yesterday, is the fact that their biggest strength has always been, like, some of these players we've seen in different teams, like Synopsy inside of the BNE team, they rise to the occasion when they're playing against a really tough opponent they shouldn't be beating or even getting close to, but can also just drop off when they meet a team that's a little closer to them. And I think you've got to figure out how to get that intensity on a more consistent basis. But I think going into a game against Aurora, they'll have it. It'll be right there. So I think that's a very dangerous game for Aurora.
I
think they just brainwash them to see 5 donks every time they look across the stage, just always, eternally. Let's take a look at our brackets here, do a little housekeeping on where we're at in the tournament, because we are coming to the close of the group stage here before too long. 2 more days of play before we start thinking playoffs. And we've already got our qualified teams. Gamer Legion, G2 making it through. Big Spirit. We need to see that bounce back from Spirit, and we will be dealing with GG How Aurora here on the B stream. Again, the aforementioned storyline there, Aurora with a lot to prove.
Yes, it's either ooh la la or au revoir, I think, for Aurora today. And yeah, Mike,
gold star for that one. Gold star for that one.
Merci.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's the interesting game down there. I think big team Spirit. I think Spirit should just stomp them.
Yeah, they should. they should, it being the key word. But the possibility exists that Big can upset them there. We've already seen some shakiness out of Spirit. Yeah, here's Falcons obviously handling business. Same with FaZe Clan. FaZe very impressive in their win over Legacy, how dominant that was to make it on through. So the last 2 matches we have here to find our playoff teams from Group B, Legacy, MIBR, a little bit of regional fire there, Astralis, NIP.
Yeah, that's definitely a game. Astralis versus NIP. I think it's just so much history in that game in terms of, like, how, organizations, they're very different places these days. But I'm looking forward to that regardless.
That is definitely a game. Bold statements here on the desk. It is a game of all time.
Yeah.
Miles take on P-Vision on the lower bracket of Group C, and then Vitality, Lin.
Now that's a game to watch. Lin Vision pulling the upset against Vitality in France.
Unironically, I mean, in terms of the competitiveness, I'm not going to tell you that game's going to be close, that series is going to be close, but if you have any interest in Asian Counter-Strike or Lin Vision as a team or those players, they did find a way to play some really good Counter-Strike against Tai Lu, admittedly, yesterday. Yeah. You're going to the opposite end of the spectrum. You're going from the bottom to the top of the spectrum in terms of how difficult an opponent it is. But if I'd watch that match, I would tune into that match just to see if Lin Vision still has it. Just to, like, see if they can, if that kind of the cool things that they were doing, if they can execute it against a better team.
My problem with Lin Vision is their mentality sometimes. Like, going up against Tai Lu, this is a team we play all the time. Going up against Vitality, it's just going to be immediate, oh, this is Vitality, we have to respect them a lot more.
Well, get some of that GG How factor in your brain. Get locked in. It's an impossible task. Get fired up. Rock and roll.
I also think we're going to be looking at that for a pulse check on Vitality after the loss yesterday. There was a pretty blunt interview coming through from Xtaz saying there were no excuses. There are so many reasons we should have won this.
Yeah.
So eyes on Vitality this season. It's going to be an interesting one.
I'll tell you what, I love hearing that out of the coach, though.
Yeah.
I love hearing that.
And Apex took a lot of he took a lot of the responsibility on his own shoulders, saying that he was calling bad, playing bad. He took a lot of the pressure on him.
Yeah, but you know what? The IGLs do that. And Apex is the kind of IGL who will do that to step up and try and take some of the attention away. We've seen him do it with Zywoo in the past plenty of times, where he just tries to like take some of that, like blunt, like the kind of PR, pressure or pain that some of his teammates might feel. So he's happy to kind of take that, but there's plenty of responsibility to go throughout that team, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's the role he's defined for himself, being a bit of the villain, happy to jump on the media grenades whenever possible.
It's exactly what someone in his position should do. Yeah, make it easier for the guys around you. And Apex can handle it, but you should know when you hear a statement like that from the IGL, it's not entire. There's some truth in it, obviously, not entirely true.
Might not be the same conversation once the door closes.
Yes.
We'll be moving on into today's schedule here. We start out with Pain Gaming Wildcard, 3D Max Magic, and then that Aurora GG Hao matchup. I think this first game could be our best game of the day. Just putting it out there.
Could be the highest quality. For sure. I think Pain Gaming versus Wildcard. I think Pain is such a weird team for me. I feel like a couple of events ago we were excited, we were high on Pain. Jason, I think we're back down in the doldrums with them now. So I'm interested to see. Pain should be the team that win this game today. Like their ceiling can be higher, but they're just so inconsistent.
If we look at the opening matchups, I mean, Pain did not do so well, 13-3. Meanwhile, Wildcard got 10 rounds off of a Furia team on Inferno. Like, I don't know, man. Pain has really not quite been at that caliber.
Well, look, Pain had the tough thing with Pain is we saw some of the positive signs last year, right? They made the semifinals of the Austin Major. They made quarterfinals of a couple Tier 1 events. They haven't placed in the playoffs at any Tier 1 event this year. Pain's really, really struggling at the moment. Over on the Wildcard side, you brought it up, Mike, and I'm glad you did because it's my trap card, the 10-13. I'm so tired of these NA. I no longer have any grace for like close losses.
Sure.
Like, they don't mean anything to me anymore with these North American teams.
But let me spin you a tale of this wildcard team, right?
Mike,
because genuinely, at the beginning of 2026, we thought this team was just dead. Like, the roster was being cobbled together from the rejects of other NA rosters. It totally didn't feel like anything that was going to go anywhere. They've had a steady burn since bringing in Nemanja and MHL. They've slowly risen up. They've been climbing the ranks in North America. They've been playing better than your NRGs, your M80s at times. They've started to actually have some results behind them, some qualifications behind them. Yes, sir.
I have something to say. I don't care about any of that.
Okay.
Where are the results?
Well, hopefully today.
Where are the results?
Hopefully today.
I don't care about any of that. I don't want to talk about potential. I don't want to talk about improvement. I want results at some point from this region, and no one's giving them to us.
Well, when Wildcard lift the... No, they're not going to do that. But they might win today here in the lower bracket.
Well, look, if we actually want to condense it a little bit, because in the grand scheme of this tournament, this matchup doesn't mean a whole lot. Neither of these teams are going to be making it very deep into any situation that comes next. But the big thing about this match is that they're number 7 and number 8 on the Americas VRS, as you kind of mentioned. Pain number 7, Wildcard number 8. So in terms of this matchup within the team, the goal of climbing the VRS, this has huge implications on that, because this is where Wildcard might be able to leapfrog and jump over them, and then you start seeing if the rest of the season has some good runs where you can continue climbing that VRS in the Americas region.
I think there's also an interesting comparison to make between the IGLs of these two teams. You have Nemanja, who's come over from playing in Eastern European teams, who's been one of these guys who's had a somewhat controversial past at times, played on teams that pulled off a lot of upsets in online events and qualifiers like that. He's an interesting prospect. He can do some cheeky things. Meanwhile, you have a Biguzera who was touted as this next great IGL from Brazil and has just seen his stock plummet with the last few iterations of Pain. We're just not having those same conversations. Right now, it's a beleaguered Biguzera trying to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, but you know what's kind of funny is I don't think Biguzera's stock really even mattered to his career. He's pretty much here in Pain. He's had plenty of opportunities I think, over the years
like
if he wanted him.
He's like Brazilian Tapson.
Brazilian Tapson.
He's just very comfortable. He's happy to be here. Organization takes care of him very well. He's got a family at home. Doesn't need to do it. So his stock doesn't necessarily matter, but you're right. We haven't seen this lineup. We haven't seen him be able to build this lineup to a level where there were some lineups around the Paris Major. He was able to kind of build up out of nowhere. The lineup after that was able to do the same thing. This one's kind of floundering at the moment. The big thing is not only are they not reaching a potential that we feel like they had from last year, but Snow still hasn't reached the potential that we've talked about as an individual player. Even with some of these role swaps, he's improved and gotten better, but we're still looking around this team and waiting to see if this all comes together in a way that Snow can be a star player for these guys.
Well, this is a perfect setup because we actually, special treat, have an interview with Snow. Let's give it a listen.
So good.
Chat with me ahead of this game. It goes without saying, the game versus 9Z, not the way you wanted to start, EWC. Can you tell me what went wrong from your perspective in that game?
First of all, hello for all the people. I think the game against 9Z was very hard because we didn't expect to play Cash against them because it was a map that they didn't play it so far, and yeah, was a very hard map for us. I think the game didn't go well, and yeah, I think I played really bad that game, but it's the life and I have to deal with that, and hope you can make better games against the other teams.
It's pretty crazy looking at last time Cash was in the map pool. I mean, you were incredibly young back then, right? It's the first time you've had to play it in an official capacity. Tell me a bit about the positions you have to play, how you're finding actually playing out Cash.
For me, it was very hard to start playing Cash because I never played in my life. And yeah, it was a new map for me, everything new. I didn't know the meta from the map. I didn't know the smokes, and I have to know everything. And yeah, I'm trying to get better and evolve in this map. And I'm doing my steps in the map, and I'm trying to know better how to play this map.
We've seen you guys play it 3 times, no wins on the cards just yet. I don't know whether it's going to be played in this series, but just looking at your Cash overall, what do you think have been the small details that have meant that you guys haven't managed to get a win on it yet?
I think more in T side. I think we have to work more on our T side because I think we have some strugglings in that side. And yeah, I think if we play a little bit more this map, have more situations that we can deal with in this map, I think we can be really good in this Cash. And yeah, I think it will be a good map for us, but we have to work with more time.
Looking at your matchup today, best of 3, of course, versus Wildcard. How familiar, first of all, are you with their style of play?
I think they are a team that they play a really aggressive Counter-Strike, and sometimes it's hard to play against them, but we have to know how to play with this kind of teams, and we are prepared to play against them, and I'm really confident to play that match, and hope we can take the victory.
I love the sounds of that. Just one final question, because you're one of the few teams that still played some officials over the player break. Where are the energy levels at for Pain right now?
I think the energy is high all the time. I try to bring this energy for my teammates, and all the time I will be happy, smiling, and pushing them. And yeah, hope you can bring this energy today. And I think it's really, I think we are really confident to play that match. And yeah, hope you can win this game.
Classic South American player that we love to see. Thank you so much for your time to know. That is Pain, ready to take to the server.
The last time Cash was in the pool, Snow was just a glimmer in Fallen's eyes. At least his career was at that point. A long time ago, but it's a different world when you're in the server dealing with a 9Z team that is pretty deadly right now.
Yeah, 9Z is a completely different level to what Pain are at the moment, which is interesting to see. But here's the veto. We're not going to get Cash. Pain.
No Cash.
Toss that one out the window.
It makes sense.
I do like that they instantly were just like, yep, we don't know how to play this yet. Get rid of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't go back to it for some time. So Inferno going to be that first map. Nuke going to be the second map. Wildcard picking that. Nothing too crazy here. Actually, Wildcard has only played like 3 maps in their pool. 4 maps in their pool. There's 3
no,
maps
it's pretty limited.
In 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ancient is obviously going to be their permaban, but like, they just haven't had to go deep into their pool whatsoever. So still not having to explore too much. Inferno, Nuke, Mirage, the classics.
Yeah, this is the old school map, so
classics.
Yeah, looking forward to getting into this game. Again, like, it's hard to call. Pain should absolutely have the higher skill ceiling that they could achieve at a certain point, but as you said, their form is really bad right now. But against Wildcard, like, it feels like a game where you're going to start seeing maybe that individual difference between the Pain players and Wildcard.
I think the theme of the B stream so far at this event, throughout this group stage, has kind of been like most of our matches feel like we either have like 2 teams that are so up and down that it's really hard to judge, or one team that's been good for some time but is currently hitting a really low form, or has hit some peaks but is now not even reaching them. So yeah, these are very inconsistent squads that are up and down. I'm with you. Pain, I'm going to give them the advantage. I'm going to give them all the advantages in terms of players, in terms of tactics, in terms of experience, but this isn't even close to an unbeatable team.
No, certainly not. I think for Pain, eyes are really going to be on that Nuke as well, right? It's been the map that's been the signature map of so many different Big Uzera-led teams, so many different iterations of Pain, and they keep going to it, but it definitely has not been the stronghold it once was for them. So I want to see a confident Pain on the Nuke at least.
Yeah, that would be nice. It'd be good to see them start establishing some map pool, getting some of that swagger back. We'll see how it goes.
Who would you say is the better operator between MHL and Safe?
Oh, that is a really great, tough question. I don't know.
And one that you're going to have to answer because I'm out of here.
All right, see you,
Bye,
Mike.
See you in the future.
Yeah, I don't want to answer that one. I'm gonna reserve judgment.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. We'll
Yeah.
have to Counter-Strike do the talking then, Jason. As we get into the game, I like this for VSM. It's a good starting position.
He does that a lot, doesn't he? He's a man who likes
like-
to find his center. He
Yeah.
likes to
Ooh,
chill.
and he high-fives the first bump too. There's a lot to like about it.
And then he springs up with a smile.
I'm ready to go. I
Ready
do
to
love that
frag.
Snow's laughing and smiling. I played so bad. Like, with a big smile on his face. It's like, okay, nothing can take the smile off his face, I guess.
Nah, he's just a kid living the dream, isn't he? What is there to be sad about?
Yeah, Wildcard are going to try today to make him very sad indeed. Well, we've got plenty of utility here for Wildcard's T-side pistol. Let's see what kind of direction they want to take this one in. Nemanja going up in towards Banana.
All right, nice and chill. Very far back from this T-side on the opening, looking for any aggression. Four-man stack from Wildcard towards that B bomb site, or excuse me, from Pain towards that B bomb site. So with the manpower here, they'd love to find this kill, and they've got it. Good shot off the flash from Snow. 5-on-4. But a Hall's popped the final play, and it's only safe to defend.
Yeah, Safe just waiting down inside of the pit. Let's see what he can do with this USP in hand. He's taken down straight away by Hext. Cleared out, locked through, and that bomb plant will come in. So it'll have to be a retake if Payne can pull this off.
Yeah, two going to be flanking from the B bomb site from the base of Banana, coming up brackets right now. Two coming from CT spawn. They need to clear out this player over in Halls. MHL playing a tricky position. Now you can see Pyria, he's going all the way around through Halls. So the retake is going to be quiet, but it's going to be extended.
Gonna try and come around the back. MHL just about gets that headshot off. Instant trade from VSM. Second shot is good. Reich actually peeking him, giving up his position. And now Hex and 60 trying to win this one alone, but VSM has come in with brilliant headshots, leaving Hex alone inside of the pit. That defuse being stuck. Hex can't get to it, trying to get the angle. Body blocking. Imperia has taken the frag. Time is close on this defusal, but it is pulled through by Payne. VSM with essential kills and some body blocking right at the end has delivered Payne the pistol.
Yeah, really nice from Pyria, stepping in front of the defuse as well. Good understanding of the situation, even jumping off the box so you can close the gap quickly, but that is all VSM. Some nasty shots, opening from Snow. The entrance is great, this trade all important. That's VSM, and then that shot right as well. Pit player swinging wide, beautiful with the P2K and 1-0.
Three Tech 9s, two Galils here for Wildcard. Strong second round force spot available to them. Nemanja trying to get that opening kill with the Tech 9 at top. Banana hasn't been able to connect it.
A little bit dicey though, Snow almost getting caught by that Tech 9. Not a bad look from Nemanja. All right, mid-smoke fading now, so another will be chucked out towards left side. Couple players at top mid for Wildcard to try and take a little bit of control. There's a smoke towards Library, smoke towards the cart. And we're going to try and wrap around this bomb site, but against the rifles, you can gain no ground.
There's Big Azara trying to take them down towards top. We've got MHL. There's Galil. Let's follow through. Snow with a quick headshot. MHL gone. And then Wreck to topple. So ends up being a nice, comfortable 2-0, considering that was a force buy as well. Penny going to be happy they handled it. Should get the reward of 3 in a row.
Yeah, they're going to have a great advantage and obviously plenty of cash blowing up. So yeah, if you're Payne coming into today, this is obviously the ideal start. I think you only lose 1 in this round as well. 2, excuse me.
I think one of the things that we've noticed from American teams is that they're realizing there's not enough depth to really get a full American roster these days. So they just, you go and pick up these European players, but I feel like eventually that might just hinder you, like as a region over time. If you're always having to go and get these European players.
I think it's so much that like we don't have enough players in North America. I think it's sometimes the roles and like the quality of players in certain roles. Like if you notice, a lot of the Europeans are bringing over Alpers, IGLs.
Yeah.
Those are 2 things we don't have in America because all of our experienced players haven't stuck around over the years, over the generations of teams. So that knowledge base keeps getting reset.
They're doing quite a bit with these pistols. There's 2 kills early.
Yeah, actually, this is a little dicey. Pyria's very low on HP as well, but he's maintaining a little bit of aggression over in Halls.
Got an M4, so Nemanja's got a rifle to play with. This would be a ridiculous round to lose if you're Payne, so you have a moment to catch their breath, try and reset, get control of this round again.
Yeah, it feels like it almost happened, Payne in the same situation as us. It happened without them even realizing they were in that much danger. VSM holds the line. M4 is up next. He's going to tuck himself in. Wants information. He's got no support. Holding on as long as he can. Triple kill. Really well done from VSM. 8-1 start for him, and 3-0 for Payne.
Yeah, handles that one well. High fives being dished out for Payne Gaming. Happy to start the way they have. And for the side of Wildcard, I better get going right now. As AK-47's coming out utility. No AWP yet. See what kind of T side they've got for us here. Yeah, if you let Payne just get rolling at the start of Inferno, I mean, your task is already difficult enough trying to beat them today, but you put yourself in a massive hole and it's just going to start crumbling. Safe gets up on top of the boost. Good nade strike to trade out on Superior, but Snow gets on right back through the smoke. And immediately the problem for Wildcard will be that they can't play the round they had in mind.
Yeah, I think this is a little bit of Payne wanting to like tell you right out of the gate that they're going to be in your face, that you're not going to have all the comfort in the world. Really good opening round from Payne, being aggressive, 2 different points, disrupting 2 different parts of this round from Wildcard. 3 versus 4 as they try and recover a deficit. There's deep banana control from the CT side, so 3 players can slide over to this A bomb site. Very, very strong defense gets shored up. It's VSM and Pit. Safe and Big Uzera on Rap side. Gonna get aggressive. And there's a boost up. Safe. Oh, he peeks it, he reads it.
As Hex taken down, no issue. 50 seconds left on the clock, and Wildcard going for a last-ditch effort towards long now. Safe has got the scope up. He's gonna hear the steps. Big Uzera will confirm the presence of them rounding the corner. Utility out in hand. Kill finish off by Big Uzera. Safe actually sticks around in the flames. He will perish.
Yeah, and actually it's kind of important that 3 players survive. You can see Big Uzera backing off. Doesn't want to risk the life. Wants to grab a new cheeky angle and make Rec make the decision. Good dink. Should be an easy cleanup, and that AWP can be recovered. There it is from Big